Sunrise Fitness, brought to you by Your Plate and Nature Valley.
Good morning and welcome to another episode of Sunrise Fitness with the Wellfit Club. I'm Camila McDonald, your personal trainer and lifestyle change coach, and today's workout is full body blast, a full body circuit with 8 exercises that we'll perform for 30 seconds each for a total of 3 sets. You will need your mat, 1 to 2 pairs of dumbbells, and lots of energy. So go gather your equipment and let's jump right in after the break. See you soon.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
Come rise with sunrise. From humble beginnings on Cumberland Road to Ensom City in Spanish Town to one of the highest offices in Jamaica, the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, joins us on the couch for his first major sit-down of 2024. It's the recap and forecast for 2024 through his lens. And you know, it's sunrise, so breakfast just might be served. It's a sunrise exclusive that you don't want to miss. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
Hi, I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM, see it happen.
Welcome back. Let's jump right into full body blast, but as always, we're gonna start with the warm-up. So let's jog right here. We're gonna get our heart rate all the way up. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. Inhale it in and exhale it out. Now let's pump the legs, pump the arms. This is full body. We're working from head to toe today. So gear up. Give me 8 more here. 7, and then we're gonna move to knees up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to heels back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again, knees up. 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. All right, now we're gonna twist side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna step forward, all the way back. Heel up, down. Staying on the right, left back, up, and down. Let's go. 4 more, and 3 more, 2 more, and 1. Let's switch. Let's go up, back. Left heel up, right back, up, back, up. 4 more. Let's go. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Okay, now we're gonna start right here, jogging all the way up and back. Let's go. Jog up and backwards. Let's go up and back. Last one, up and back. Let's go, scoops. Down, 2, 3, 4. Switch, down. 2, 3, 4. Switch, down. 2, 3, 4. Last 1, 2. We're just gonna march on the spot right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last set. And breathe in and exhale. And let's go, full body blast. All right, so we're literally going to start jumping into this workout, but I'm gonna give you the low impact first, all right? So if you're not jumping, you're gonna step all the way forward, step back, and crawl your way up. Again, let's start there, everyone. Down and back, crawl up. If you're jumping with me, hop forward, hop back, walk up. Let's go. Hop forward, back, walk up. Let's go. Land softly, walk up. Give me one more. And walk up. Okay, now we're gonna go elbow to knee with our crisscross legs right here. Elbow to knee, crisscross. Knee to elbow, crisscross. Let's go, 30 straight seconds. Give me nice speed, power, let's go. 1 and 1, let's go. 1, give me that full cross, big twist. 1, good. 1, 1, 1, almost there. Last 2, very good. All right, now we're gonna pick up our dumbbells. We're gonna go into a bear hold. Let me show you this one, all right? So, up on your toes, in a flat back, you're gonna roll the left, extend to triceps, come back, roll the next arm. In, extend, keep going. In, extend, very good. In, extend, almost there. Pull into row. Extend to triceps and down. Excellent. All right, put the dumbbells one side and we're gonna go into squat twist. Twist, squat. Twist, squat. Twist. Good job. Twist. Twist. Land nice and softly on those heels, on the knees. Good. Woo. Nice. Almost there. Good job. Few more seconds here. Stay with me. Last one. Awesome. All right, pick those weights back up. Gonna stack them on the shoulder. We're gonna go for some speed squats. Ready? And go. Down, up. Down, up. That's it. Woo. Are you there with us? Let us know. Down and up. Very good. Down and up. Nice. Good job, guys. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna walk or hop back, okay? With our weights, hop or walk back. Come back up to a sumo squat and raise up. Right here, hop back or walk. Up, raise up. Back, up, raise up. Let's go. Back, up, raise up. Good. Back, up, raise up. Last one. Back, up, raise up. All right. So now we're on our mats. I'm gonna hold one of the dumbbells right here. We're gonna go into a single leg raise up. 20 each side. Down and up. Up. up, that's it. Up, raise all the way up. Get ready to switch and switch. Let's go. Up and down, 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 up. A few more seconds. 3, 2, squeeze out one last one. Excellent. Okay, that was the end of round 1. We have 2 more times to repeat that. Take a sip of water if you need it. Take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale it out. And we're gonna go back 1 more time to do that. All right, so take 1 more breath in through the nose. Take a tiny sip of water if you need it. We're gonna gear up for the second one. All right, guys, I know this circuit is a challenging one. We're ending the week strong. Remember, there's no change without a challenge. All right, so push yourselves through this. We're gonna start again with those jumps or the walks if you need to walk, okay? Just walk nice and deep, step out far, okay? Stay strong. We're gonna go again. 30 seconds each exercise. Are you ready? Let's go. Hop forward, back, walk it up. Let's go. Hop forward, back, walk it up. Excellent. Hop forward, back, walk it up. Excellent, guys. Keep going. Back, up. A few more seconds here. Let's squeeze out the last one. Ready? Hop forward, back, and up. All right, twisting elbows to knees. Ready? Go. Crisscross, crisscross, crisscross. Let's go. Looking good. Keep going. Push it. A few more seconds here. Push. Crisscross. Good job, guys. 3, 2, and 1. All right, bear hold with our dumbbell rows and tricep kickbacks. Are we ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, weights down to the side. Squat, jump, twist. All right, so we're gonna twist, squat. Twist, squat. Let's go. Twist, squat. Twist, squat. Good. Notice the twisting theme here today. Working on those obliques. That's it. Those beautiful love handles that have to go. Twist it out. Almost there. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. All right, so grab the dumbbells. Going into some squats. All right, risers, get those weights up by your shoulders and let's go. Squat down and up, down. Remember to keep your knees behind your toes, so that means you're pushing your hips all the way back, like you're sitting on a really low imaginary chair behind you. Keeping that chest up. That's it. Woo. Breathe. Do not hold your breath. Down and up. Down and up. Down and up. Right, so this is our walk or hop back. Let's all start walking back, okay? So if you're there, just join us. Right, left, forward raise. So that's you. If not, jump along with me. Hop back, up, forward raise. Back, up, forward raise. Core tight. Back, up, forward raise. Let's go. Back, up, forward raise. One more. Back, up, forward raise. Excellent job, guys. All right, so We're lying down here. 20 seconds per side. Are you ready? In 3, in 2, 1, and go. Left leg first. Up. Up. Good job. This is full body. We're working upper body, lower body, core. Everything is getting work today. Get ready to switch. Last one. And switch. Right leg. Ready and go. Up and down. Up and down. Let's go. Up and down. That's it. Let's get strong together. All the way up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Give me last one. Up and down. All right. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we have one more round. I need you to stay with me. I need you to push with me. Take a sip of water, whatever you need to do to recalibrate.
Attention all commuters, your JUTC fares just got lower. Use your smarter card today and pay only $50. Yes, only $50. Travel safe and hassle-free with the JUTC using your smarter card. But wait, there's more. Get 3 free rides with your first smarter card top-up before May 31. And starting May 13, all adult commuters without a smarter card will pay $100. With your smarter card, paying your fare is easier. Say goodbye to coins and hello to hassle-free travel. Don't miss this opportunity when you travel with the JUTC, your route to excellence.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
One more time. All right, deep breath in. Exhale. Deep breath in. Exhale. And at count of 3, we're gonna jump right back in. Ready? Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Hop forward. Back. Walk it out. Round 3, y'all. Let's go. Down. Back. Up. Hop forward. Back. And up. Remember, you can walk it out if you need to, okay? Just walk right and left. Looking good. Good. Almost there. Back up. Last one. Good. All right. We're gonna go into crisscross twist. Ready? Opposite elbow to opposite knee. Go. Twist. Twist. Crisscross. That's it. Looking good, guys. We're almost there. Last set, best set. Let's do this. Good. Looking good. A few more here. Last 2. And 1. All right, bear hold with our rows, tricep kickbacks, full body blast. Ready? And let's go. Row, tricep, in and down. Row, tricep, in and down. Let's go. Good. Row, tricep, in and down. Flat backs. Last one. Good job. All right, so weights down. We're gonna go into our squat jump twist. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and go. Twist squat. Twist squat. Let's go. That's it. Big twist. Working the obliques here. Full body blast. Almost there, y'all. Woo. Good job. Let's go. Moving into our squats next. Let's do this. Few more. Last one. All right, grab those weights. Grab your dumbbells. Up by the shoulders. Elbows tucked in. Chest up. Ready and go. That's it. Control movements here. We're almost there, guys. You got this. Up and down. Looking good. Whew. A few more seconds. A few more reps. 3, 2, and 1. All right, remember, walk or hop back into our forward raises. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hop back, up, forward raise. Push yourself, guys. No challenge, no change. Up. That's it. Looking good. Up. Almost there. Up. Let's go. Up. One more. Down. Up. Forward raise. All right. One weight in hand. We're going down. 20 seconds each side. Get ready. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. Left side. Up. Up. That's it. Up. 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 Last one. That's it, guys. Other side. Switch. Right leg. Stay with me. We're getting strong together. Up and down. And down. Up and down. Up and down. Up. Last one. Up and down. Oh gosh, you guys did that. You deserve a clap, an applause, a celebration. We did that. I'm so proud of you. Come center here. Let's take a couple of deep breaths in to just bring our heart rate right back to normal. Ready? Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Here I want you to think about something that you're really grateful for. And let's dedicate this sweat to that. Deep breath in. And exhale it out. And now let's set an intention for the day. Breathe it in and exhale it out. On your wellness journey, what must happen today? Set it right now while you're feeling energized. Your body is being pumped with endorphins and dopamine and serotonin and all the feel-good hormones. So let's set that intention for the day right here now. And make sure that you follow through with it. The best way to start your days with a workout. Let's go up and over. You guys are doing so well. I'm so proud of you. Let's lean. And other side. All the way over. Up and over. And lean. Let's stretch our feet forward. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And on the exhale, we're gonna raise all the way forward, touch your toes. We're gonna do it 2 more times, and each time we're gonna get a little bit deeper in that stretch, okay? Inhale. And a little bit deeper. And one more time, ready? Inhale. Exhale it down. All right, guys, again, give yourselves a clap. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere because we're gonna be right back after the break with our Wellfit pillar of the day. So we'll see you soon.
Chance here from outside!
Raised ball into the middle. It's a free header, and it's a goal!
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Welcome back, beautiful people. You are tuned into Sunrise Fitness with the Wellfit Club, and I am Camila McDonald, your personal trainer and your lifestyle change coach. And we're going to jump right into our Wellfit tip of the day, coming from our Feel Well pillar. So today we're tackling something that can truly transform your life, and that's decluttering. You might be wondering what tidying up and organizing has to do with fitness, but trust me, the connection is truly profound. Imagine always waking up to a clutter-free room where everything is in its place. When your environment is organized, it quite literally nurtures your mental well-being, and it allows your mind to just relax and find clarity. Decluttering is like a mental reset, because it reduces stress and anxiety, and it gives your brain the space it needs to focus on what truly matters. You'd be amazed at how much lighter and energized you feel. But where to start? Begin with small steps. Clear out that messy drawer or organize your desk. Choose one space or area each day and tackle the other one the next. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. As you declutter, you're going to notice a positive shift in your mindset, and you'll feel more in control of your life and much more motivated to pursue your goals. And this does not only refer to material possessions, it's important to declutter your mind too. Let go of negative thoughts and self-doubt. Make room for self-love and gratitude. Your mental space is just as important as your physical space. At Sunrise Fitness, we believe in a holistic approach to health, and creating a clean and organized environment is an essential part of nurturing your well-being. So let's embrace the importance of decluttering and creating a space that supports our mental and physical fitness. It's a journey of growth and self-discovery, and we're in this together. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Camila McDonald, urging you to stay well, stay fit, and seize the day. See you for another workout and wellness session soon.
Fitness, brought to you by Your Plate and Nature Valley.
World family, you hear the news? T20 cricketer come back a Sabina. So me want to come back to Sabina. Our South Africa team are come to contest with the T20 squad. So me want to give them no support by coming back to Sabina. Enough prizes and surprises. So please come back to Sabina.
Watch all 3 matches live on CVMTV.
Chance here from outside!
Raised ball into the middle, it's a free header, and it's a goal!
It's really, really nice. May I have to say it twice.
The time by Jamaica Mountain Peak Golden Turmeric Latte is
6 o'clock.
Shame
to cry. You gotta be bad.
Cumberland Road to Ensom City in Spanish Town to one of the highest offices in Jamaica. The most honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, joins us on the couch for his first major sit-down of 2024. It's the recap and forecast for 2024 through his lens. And you know, it's sunrise, so breakfast just might be served. It's a sunrise exclusive that you don't want to miss. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
Go ahead, release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard. You gotta be tough. You gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool. You gotta be calm. You gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Herald what your mother said. Read the verse your father read. Trying to solve the puzzles to the sky.
Hey, love that song.
Love this. You gotta be. You gotta be bad. You gotta be bold. You gotta be.
I think every Queens girl loves this song.
Oh, was it popular when you were teaching there?
They use it at graduation for one of the candlelight things.
It's such a good tune.
All the Queens girls. Yeah.
It's such a
love
good
it.
tune.
And it's such a motivation. So I see it as like one of those motivational songs, like go out into the world, ladies.
Spread your wings and fly.
Spread your wings and fly, indeed. It means something different to me. Yeah. Big up.
Definitely have feelings of nostalgia there on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
definitely.
love will indeed save the day, and we have love here for you on Sunrise. Happy Monday, Sunrisers.
Good.
How y'all doing? How was your weekend?
You always sound like you love Mondays.
You know, Dennis, it's safe to say you've rubbed off on me.
Good job. Good job,
I'm
Dennis.
not sure that's how I started.
No, but I do love Mondays. I had a good weekend. I bid farewell to a family friend. She passed away after a good, strong fight. But, eventually the cancer did what the cancer does.
Yeah.
But Sharon Debbie Mendez, she was laid to rest yesterday. So I went and supported my wife and the extended family, and,
Isn't it crazy how, as much as we get up excited for every day and we're, full of purpose and passion, there is only one inevitable in this thing that we now call existence.
Yeah.
And it is that one day our eyes must close.
We are mortals, so we are defined by death.
That's right.
Yeah, we're defined. So we have to make use of the day, live the day. Our word of the day today is magnanimous. It means generous or forgiving, especially towards a rival or less powerful person. I learned the word magnanimous in debating, because you're supposed to be magnanimous in both victory and defeat. Yeah. So magnanimous, she should be magnanimous in victory. There it is. And so, yeah.
I feel like maybe this is a little lesson for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to admit that
you're not magnanimous when you win. No.
I love it. Oh man, and I feel like maybe my husband would really like me to be magnanimous when it comes to our Scrabble game. So, but it feels so good, Dennis.
I try to be magnanimous, and I think sometimes, it's not like a false humility. Oh, thank you. That's not Yendi. Yeah, gotcha.
But you know what is true though? But when I lose, I really don't feel no way.
Yeah.
I'm not a sore loser. I don't get upset when I lose. I'm just like, all right, watch me wheel and come again.
Like you could play Kaluki. Hey, I afraid of that game,
Listen.
Like I afraid of that game. That game mash up friendships, Like people are, you want to come over and play Kaluki? No.
I'd be like, Dennis, don't go down and out,
No.
Don't go down and out. Tree joke kind of thing, don't do it.
No. I could never play Kaluki. I not that I can play, because I've just always said, no, I'm not playing. But No, man, you'd be a barrel of monkeys at Kaluki.
I promise it's not that bad, but do you like board games?
I do like, I grew up in the board game era, so I was really big on Monopoly.
Izzy loves Monopoly.
I was really big on Monopoly.
I love board games.
You know, but like all of those board games of the 80s, like when it was all about family spending time, we used to have like board game night.
Yes. Same.
You know,
we love a good board game.
Play a mean, hungry hippo.
Tell me you have a 5-year-old without telling me I'm a 5-year-old. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's head into our motivational quote of the day. And so, maybe this day is not one of your favorites, but never forget that every day you wake up is an amazing gift, and it's up to you to make it count.
Yes.
So Monday, one of the 7 days of the week, Monday still count. We can't just dash with Monday.
No, you better use your Mondays wisely.
Yeah.
I mean, my Monday sets the tone.
It does set the tone, doesn't it?
It does set the tone.
Just like making your bed sets the tone for your day. I can't leave my home and my bed unmade, I can't.
No. Because it affects how I return home. Like when you return home and you see the bed unmade, it's
yeah.
Yeah.
So mine is rooted in I don't think it's an irrational fear, but mine is rooted in, if anything ever happened to me on the road and somebody has to go into my home for something, they mustn't open my door and be like, "Jeez, that's how our house look." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep it tidy.
It's like that sounds like your parents in good underwear.
Yes.
Like suppose you drop down our road.
Well, you know what they do? They cut it off anyway. They actually really don't look at it, you know that?
I don't know. I'm sure in this era of social media, these are Dennis Brooks's briefs. I'm sure.
1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole, 4.
No. Actually, today is a special day in Jamaican history. Actually stemming from an act of cruelty that brought, it was a very violence-torn time.
Yeah.
And it really shook the island to its core. It even made international headlines at a time when we didn't have like international news outlets. So 40 years ago, the Eventide home for the aged was forever changed. 144 elderly and infirmed women were killed in a fire at the institution. It was May 20, 1980, so it was 44 years ago. So that happened on this day in social history. Yeah, but it was a very politically and socially charged time.
You know what is it's amazing. There's a common thread in the human experience, and I believe many common threads actually, many emotional commonalities, common ground. But that photo that just came on the screen, with the lady gripping her stomach and holding her mouth, instantly made me feel upside down inside, and I can only imagine, because obviously I wouldn't have been there. You'd have been very young. The grief that must have overcome the nation. Oh, yeah, unreal,
definitely.
Unreal.
I mean, but we've lived through like Armadale and those kinds of tragedies. But it's how we as a nation use tragedies and pull ourselves together. I always ask, how do we use this tragedy?
Yeah, and become better for it.
Definitely.
Today is also World Bee Day.
Every day have a day.
Every day is a day.
Every day is a day.
And everything of a day. World Bee Day exists to educate and raise awareness to all about the importance of bees and how they can help how we can help preserve them for the sake of the future, and what they do for the environment, which includes how they help grow 90% of the world's wildflower plants and 35% of the world's crops depend on bees to grow. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I love fun facts like that.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've been receiving lectures on bees from my 5-year-old.
Really?
Yeah, he's into bees these days.
So here's my only question for you. When he's talking to you about bees and you continue to ask him questions about bees, does he say, "Come on, Dad, get off my back"?
Where's this going?
Hey, I love that he said, "Dad," in the words of the great Jackson Brooks, "Dad, get off my back."
And he's like, But yeah, no. Awesome. We got some birthdays today. It would have been his birthday. Tyrone Downey was a Jamaican keyboardist and pianist, best known for his involvement as a member of the Bob Marley and the Wailers band, of course. He also played with some of the greatest reggae artists, such as Buju Banton, Peter Tosh, Junior Reid, Burning Spear, and Sly and Robbie. It's also Buster Bus.
Yes, this is serious. We gon' make it hilarious. I never even know a Buster named Trevor. That's
of
so
course.
Jamaican.
I was about to say he is Jamaican.
Man, if it's not Trevor, it could have been a Donovan.
Yeah.
Trevor George Smith Jr. or an Everton.
Yeah.
Born
Trevor
May
George Smith
20.
Jr.
Yes, 1972. He's an American rapper, songwriter, well, Jamaican.
Yes.
And record producer and also an actor. And he's known as one of the fastest rappers of all time.
Those bars on that hip hop, Look at Me Now.
Oh, yeah. He's said to be one of hip-hop's greatest visual artists as well.
Yeah.
He's received 12 Grammy Award nominations for his work, making him one of the most nominated artists without winning.
All right, let me give you this shout out that I got. Happy birthday to Constable Sheldon Dunkley at the Constant Spring Traffic Department. Greetings coming from Sergeant Ogilvy and the team. Also, Camille Jackson of the said department. Happy birthday to you both, coming from your hardworking squaddies. Big up yourself, Sarge and Camille.
Happy birthday. Also, Sunriser community. It's the final week of this Sunrisers Challenge, and we are really putting our community to the test.
All right.
Are you ready?
Okay.
How well do you know Sunrise?
Okay.
Are you an OG Sunriser or are you a newcomer? You know,
we welcome
that's
both.
all right. That's all right. But this Friday we are playing 2 truths and a lie to see who really knows Sunrise.
Right.
I love that.
I like this. All right.
Yeah.
So, so watch the show during the whole week, because this Friday we're going to be testing your knowledge. Looking forward to it. All right. Well, it's now time for the Sunrise Mixtape. Run that track, selector.
I hope he's a 10. But me not sure because my contacts fell down the bathroom sink, so I can't see a thing. I don't know what to do. What I do know though is the smell of KFC hot wings. Delicious, irresistible wings I can enjoy with my eyes closed. KFC hot wings, a wing for the win.
Jan Bank Small Business Loans is linked to so many stories of ordinary Jamaicans and their extraordinary success. It's a demonstration of our strong belief in the business ambitions of Jamaicans. And by doing so, we have expanded industries, improved communities, and transformed the lives of entire families for the better.
JN Bank, small business loan, help business like ours come to life and grow over the years.
Come, talk to us. Tell us your business. Let's start a partnership and let your business plans appear in real life. JN Bank Small Business Loan.
Don't miss it! New Budget Supplies pre-Labor Day massive yard sale. 5 crazy days.
New Budget gone crazy.
May 17 to 22.
Yes, boy.
Clearance on old or damaged stock up to 50% off. Including lumber, doors, toilets, drywalls, PVC pipes, and clearance on broken tiles.
I want some of that.
We've got specials on paints, film face ply, zinc, and so much more.
I want that too.
You can't afford to miss this crazy yard sale.
New Budget, do it again.
Choose your life insurance coverage, apply, and pay online. Live the e-life with Sagicor Life.
The time by Sagicor Life is
6:15.
Na 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 na. We want a piece for Jamaica. Yeah, yeah. We have to be our brother's keeper. Yeah, yeah. Jamaica live good, yeah. And make we enjoy life. What we feel safe at night. Jamaica live good. I better you and I. No say we future bright. Jamaica live good. Come together as one. And make the violence the one. Yeah.
Thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. It's 24 degrees Celsius here in Kingston, 26 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay. That means it's going to be a pretty toasty day. How was it for you? You slept with the fan and AC and everything going?
It continues to be toasty.
It has been toasty.
I've surrendered.
I've surrendered. Give up.
Slowly reach
It's gonna be that
remote.
kind of a summer.
Turn on. Surrendered.
That's the topic of conversation, but that is not, of course, necessarily the headline. Good morning to TK, who has the headline.
Great morning. Great morning. You guys are looking sharp this morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
For you. Have a little buzz, you know?
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's jump into what's been happening in the headlines. Iranian President and Minister of Foreign Affairs died in helicopter crash. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi is believed dead after no survivors were found at the crash site of the helicopter carrying him, according to Iranian state news channel IRNN. The crash comes at a fraught moment in the Middle East, with war raging in Gaza and weeks after Iran launched a drone and missile attack on Israel in response to a deadly strike on its diplomatic compound in Damascus. Raisi became president in a historically uncompetitive election in 2021. Previously the Chief Justice, he has overseen a period of intensified repression of dissent in a nation convulsed by youth-led protests against clerical rule. Rescuers are contending with dense fog and extreme cold in the remote mountainous area they were traveling. 9 people were on board the helicopter, including the country's foreign minister.
I mean, this is a major international story that we are continuing to track, of course. Locally, you can stay tuned to CVM for updates on this matter. But I mean, this is very significant in terms of not just in terms of the internal dynamics of Iran, but in the Middle Eastern politics in general. We were discussing it earlier this morning, you know, about the hardline positions that he has taken internally, but also his position on Israel versus Palestine that he just declared. And so now, as a key ally of one side is gone, what kind of a vacuum does that create in the space?
And it does pose question marks. I mean, there are massive questions that are happening surrounding this. I mean, one, if the weather conditions were as such, why would the helicopter have even taken off? And then 2, there are people who are legitimately saying, is this even a weather scenario? Like, is this more than we are believed or more than is being reported at the moment? Obviously, investigations will have to continue, but there are a lot of people that are giving this a side eye.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And I mean, the truth is that I mean, there are persons I've seen who are making suggestions, casting aspersions in the direction of one particular Middle Eastern nation that I won't call a name. But, I mean, you could just as easily cast aspersions in the same way internally within the very strong hardline politics of the Middle East in terms of the situation. Iran, as you said in the lead-in, that there is a lot of protesting and contention within the nation. The younger generation is not necessarily inclined to accept the nation being led by clerics as it is. It's a completely different... I mean, the Middle East is a fascinating space to study in terms of the fragile state of governance, and I'm going to say democracy, the fragile state of governance in that part of the world.
And especially observing it from a lens outside where you're in a democratic environment.
From the Western world.
From the Western perspective, it's
interesting. It is. But as you said, we will continue to track it and see how it affects things, because we're sure it will. We're sure it will. So let's get local now. Bring it back to Jamaica a little bit. 100 new justices of the peace for St. Andrew in a significant event held at the Caribbean Military Academy within the Jamaica Defence Forces Up Park Camp. Over 100 individuals took the oath of office as Justices of the Peace for St. Andrew on Saturday. The ceremony marked a pivotal moment in the ongoing efforts to bolster the judicial system and community leadership in Jamaica. The ceremony, conducted by the Jamaica Defence Force, witnessed over 50 new Justices of the Peace taking their oath of office. The event was attended by dignitaries, family members, and well-wishers, celebrating the dedication of these individuals to uphold justice and integrity within the community. The newly commissioned Justices of the Peace were addressed by the Honorable Delroy Chuck, Minister of Justice, and in his remarks, Minister Chuck emphasized the critical role that these individuals will play in their communities. He charged them also with the responsibility to uphold the highest standards of integrity and impartiality in their duties, and they're expected to act as vital links between the community and the judicial system, providing accessible justice and supporting the rule of law.
Indeed.
You know what's really interesting about this, and I never thought about it? One of the things I really like and respect here at CVM is how youthful and young a lot of our team members are, right? And in speaking about the show, in our little pre-production banter, one of them said to me, they were talking to their peer, and they're just like, who amongst us is going to become a Justice of the Peace? So who is going to validate our documents, because the Justices of the Peace are seemingly older, more mature, and moving on in their lives. And they're just like, wait a minute, but who's going to sign our documents if nobody's interested? But here is a new cohort coming through.
And that is what I like. I was thinking the same thing. The fact that we're seeing younger people being involved and getting involved and becoming Justices of the Peace, because this is what we need. I mean, gone are the days, or ought to be gone are the days, when you think of the community JP and it's a very old person sitting on their veranda notarizing a document. I mean, I'm quite pleased. I saw Deputy Commissioner of Police Clifford Blake on the stage as one of them. So even different people from different walks of life. So
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, I have a quick question though. What about those who say we need to do away with the whole Justice of the Peace system?
Rubbish.
Oh, well then, great. What's the next headline, TK?
Well then. Rubbish, why? Why would you say that?
Because, again, I think that sentiment tends to come from people, a particular generation of people who everything that they cannot understand is a scam. It's a scam. And so, like, everything needs to be done away with because you don't I mean, for instance, in the United States of America, you still have notary publics.
Yes.
And it is an important function. Yeah. And there, I mean, it's a part of the democratic process that someone among you has gone through a process to say, yes, I can vote for that person. Yeah. It is very, very simple, but very important in a society.
There we go. Yeah. See, now I understand. All right, what's next? Public service announcement, missing person report for Alvin Marshall, 75 years old. Alvin Marshall Marshall, he's a 75-year-old resident of Independence City, Portmore, has been reported missing since May 11. Marshall was last seen at his residence wearing a white marina and khaki shorts. Concerns have grown for Marshall's well-being as his whereabouts remain unknown. His family is urging anyone with information about his disappearance to come forward. They can be contacted at 876-412-8911 or 876-319 is at 4526. Alternatively, individuals can reach out to the Caymanas Portmore Police Station. Efforts are underway by local authorities and concerned citizens to locate Marshall and ensure his safe return home. Any information, no matter how small, is greatly appreciated in aiding the search efforts. And there will be a major search tomorrow, Sunday, May 19th, 2024, with police between the hours 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Assembly point is at the 10th City Seventh-day Adventist Church in Portmore at 1:30 p.m. We're asking that everyone wears a white top with preferred bottoms if they're coming.
That search effort would have happened yesterday.
It was definitely yesterday. Yes, so it happened yesterday.
All right. Well, viewers, don't miss the live broadcast of the T20 between South Africa and the West Indies on May 23, 25, and 26. It will be aired on CVM at 2 p.m. this week exclusively. So check that out, definitely.
I have to tell you guys a story. So last night, I'm coming back to Jamaica and all the Proteas are on my flight, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, as you're boarding the plane, sometimes you slow down and you're in the... So I look over and I see the shirt or whatever. So I said to Izzy, Izzy, look at the flag. What flag is that? And she said, oh, South Africa. So I said, yeah. I said, these are the Proteas. And so the guy saw when I did that, you know? And he looked at me. So I said... Right now, Izzy, these are the enemy. and he goes, no, give us a chance. I said, absolutely not. So we're coming for the Proteas. We're coming for them.
All right.
Cricket, lovely cricket. Then he says, all time of year, you know.
Oh, I love it.
Of course I'm going to watch it. You know that.
Man. George Headley stand it is. All right. It's the final week of the Sunrisers Challenge, and we are really putting our community to the test. How well do you know Sunrise? Are you, of course, an OG Sunriser, or you just come? Either way, this Friday, we are playing 2 truths and a lie to see who really knows Sunrise. So if you can give us the correct answer, then $25,000 cash will be yours. But you've got to be a part of the Sunrisers community. Go to our social media pages, click the link in our bio. And if you are not on the other social media apps, you probably definitely have WhatsApp, 876-833-0897. Send us a message and you can still get in on the action.
All right, that's it for the headlines. When we return, it's time to jump on a flight. I think I just did that. Well, we're going to do it again. It's time for Diaspora Linkup. More Sunrise after the break.
Sunrisers, my name is Curtis Lee and I attend the St. Jude's Primary School. What I look forward mostly at school is hanging out with my friends and playing football with them. Bye Sunrisers!
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
Mr. Controversial.
Not really.
The controversial.
Not the honesty. I don't feel so at all. I just love chat, bro. I'm just not for fast and people business, so.
If a man go see me, I'll got my son and I shed my tear and want to look at me as weak. That's his problem, you know.
His problem.
I ain't tell man none of my friend them to left the woman no time.
House can't escape on the tool.
You know why you buy the house? You never have told you what my father.
Yeah, you know.
You never have told you. KC bill for ghetto youth.
I mean like the culture of trying to help.
Yeah, that me they think. until Triple X come out. I say that's controversial.
The Cut is brought to you by Flo and Guinness.
Hey Carlton, what's up? Welcome to my corner office.
Definitely, Circus, definitely.
What are we doing today? Are you here to fix the plane or fly the plane?
Maybe a mixture of both because as a top flight pilot, we can do both of them.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Too clean for be a top flight pilot.
Alright, we can get things dirty.
We can get it dirty.
We are proud to supply all of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
Come rise with sunrise. From humble beginnings on Cumberland Road to Ensom City in Spanish Town to one of the highest offices in Jamaica, the most honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister, joins us on the couch for his first major sit-down of 2024. It's the recap and forecast for 2024 through his lens. And you know, it's sunrise, so breakfast just might be served. It's a sunrise exclusive that you don't want to miss. You've never seen a sunrise quite like this.
Sunrisers. So it's May, and Diaspora Linkup is heading over to Maine. I love I know. Dr. Lance Gibbs, an esteemed scholar and advocate for the father involvement and ethnic studies, has dedicated his career to exploring the experiences of the black immigrant fathers from the British-speaking Caribbean in the US, Canada and England. Our guest this morning is the Social Justice Practicum Chair, Online Project Manager and Assistant Professor at the Adler University, Dr. Lance L.O. Gibbs. Morning, welcome to Sunrise.
Morning.
Morning, Dr. Gibbs. How are you doing?
You see how I had to put in the L.O. there, otherwise
not to confuse him.
Yeah.
Not to confuse him with any other Dr. Lance Gibbs. No, but welcome to Sunrise, Lance. I mean, tell us a little bit about yourself in terms of where you come from and how you ended up in Maine.
Well, born and raised, in St. Anne, lived formative years in Green Park, in Trelawney, because that's where Daddy was. After I left Bible school, Mommy was at, St. Anne's Bay Hospital. Then we moved to Bridgeport before Cactus was Cactus, right on Park Drive. So I remember that. Then after that, Ensom City, and that's where, most of my life was, from Ensom, Spanish Town, primary school, St. Catherine I, then on to UWI. Then after that, doing stints working at UWI, then took a scholarship to the US to complete terminal degree, and that was that, to be very honest.
What was the thing that inspired you to focus on the black father, the immigrant father?
My father.
Yeah.
To be very honest, most of the work, when you come to the US and you're doing work on black fathers, most of it is very negative.
Yes.
And that's because it has a lens through which to look at the African-American father. But you have a whole lot of immigrant black fathers, right? And my father was never that type that they had in any of the studies that they did.
Right.
So I'm like, hey, this is something that I want to pursue. Also, there was nothing about me, because while I was there, I got married and had my children, and nothing there spoke to me in terms of what they were talking about. It wasn't me. So that led me down that path to kind of start teasing the nuances. Because when it's a black father, everybody just lumps African-American, immigrant. Everybody gets lumped. But we're not homogeneous. We're not all the same. So that's what led me to doing that.
You know what I loved in you giving us a little brief synopsis of how you started and where you came to be? I love that you still referred to your father as Daddy. And
yes.
So the affection with which you spoke of him, obviously I knew exactly where you were going. Tell us about the course specifically and what it is that you have found using a different pool of the representation of the black man and what they basically take away then from the course as it relates to the US, Canada and the UK as the base.
So specifically I have some work that I'm doing with my wife. She's in social work here. He's also big up from Trelawney as well. We actually look at what we call middle class fathers, because all of it is about lower class. So you're looking at middle income. Yes. So we're actually pulling it apart. And what we find is that fathers father in a different way. Those immigrant fathers, they father in a different way. We can't use the same kind of measuring stick that we use for every other father, which is why I was very specific with talking about those from the British-speaking Caribbean islands, because it would be different for those from the Francophone, those from the Hispanic. It would be different. You'd have to do studies to look at that. And what we find is that we father in very different ways, by and large, use the heavy-handed approach in terms of the spanking. we do more talking, trying to get behavior changes.
Yes,
but the lie, and I call it the lies that are told. How we father, like for example, you wouldn't measure before this. You wouldn't measure sitting down and having a meal. But what we find in terms of the impact on offspring, those children, when we do that, they have better child outcomes in terms of what they do in terms of their education, their health outcomes, even their psychosocial outcomes are all positive. So we have to be mindful that we don't get locked into looking at fathering through just one lens, because then we can't use it for every group of fathers that we look at. That would just not be the right picture that we get.
Lance, let me ask you about, just Lance the Jamaican living in a place like Maine, because Maine is definitely not the demographic profile of New York, of Florida. I mean, as a Jamaican operating in this space, maintaining your Jamaican-ness in that part of the diaspora. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, first of all, you get certain things that you can do much easier because you come to the table, you're the one who's going to raise this stuff. Like, for example, before we had the flare-ups with the incident with George Floyd, before that, like a year or two, they actually asked me to broker a discussion between white residents, really, and those who are not white. If you look at Maine just became it was a white state until probably last year. New Hampshire, which borders us, took over that title. So yes, you're right. Not much looking like me. Worse, not a whole lot. But we do have Jamaicans here, but not a lot. So you have that. And so to talk about issues pertaining to race and what it means, they kind of pulled on me. There was this community discussion, and they're like, can you help broker it? So in that way, it's a positive. For me, in terms of Jamaicanness, it's just how I go about my daily thing, to be very honest. First thing that stand out is how you talk, right?
Yes.
Where you get that ever so often. And I tell them, well, guess. Most people, they gone halfway. It's always Africa for them.
I was going to say, I know they go to Ghana.
They don't know anything outside of that, so it's always Africa. And I'm like, Africa is a continent, so let's start there. It's a teaching moment. But most people, but you have your community here, it's kind of hard with certain things, to do. But you make do, to be very honest. You make do, how we are as Jamaicans. Anywhere we go, we find others, we connect, and we start our own thing. We invite over a couple of Jamaicans, kick back, eat some food, the whole 9 yards. That's all you have to do, and we know how to do it. To be very honest.
Indeed.
Anywhere we go.
Indeed. Always a pleasure. Thank you very much, Dr. Lance Gibbs, Social Justice Practicum Chair, Online Project Manager, and Assistant Professor at the Adler University. Coming up next, the Registrar General's Department, the RGD, champions inclusivity. We'll be spotlighting the blind community and Braille accessibility.
Love this.
More Sunrise after the break.
Yo, what are you?
Oh man, none of that. No, brother, no, man.
You see you ever play ref? No game, no play.
But a ball game. No, I said, place when you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, brethren. No shake hand, I can play a little ball, brethren.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, brethren. Just live good, man.
Come together as one and make the violence done.
Let's begin. How are we feeling today?
I'm not sure, Doc.
Are you not sure?
No, Doc, I don't feel safe right now, Doc.
No, man, it's fine.
I just remember I have to go to Scotiabank to transfer some money to my wife.
Oh, you don't have to go to the bank.
You don't have
to go to the bank. Right? You can do it right here with Scotia Online. Transfer, make payments, anything straight to our oldest. Try it out.
It's easy with you.
Use Scotia Online or download the Scotia app today.
40 years of trust. Years of bright ideas. 40 years of evolving with technology.
Chance here from outside! Baseball into the middle, it's a free header, and it's a goal!
Welcome back to Sunrise. So this morning we're joined by Marketing and Planning Manager at the Registrar General's Department over there in Twickenham Park, Nicole White, who will be sharing with us how the RGD is making birth certificates accessible to all, and that begins with Braille. Welcome.
Morning.
Nicole, how are you doing?
Thanks, Ms. White. This
Simple
is so
word.
exciting.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Just brilliant.
This is really exciting. And as we're chit-chatting before, and we're saying it's not something that you often think about in your frontal brain when you're accessing documents, you know? Which, really and truly, it's fantastic that you guys have gone in this direction. Talk to us a little bit about what even inspired the move to say, hold on, we're dropping the ball here, we're leaving out an entire community.
Okay, so I think this idea, it came about with my former CEO, Charlton McFarlane. He went to a civil registration conference in Domrep. And at that conference, the focus was on inclusivity with civil registration. And they had a case where they were issuing Braille certificates in Brazil. And so the idea came to him, so, that's something we should explore in Jamaica. So he came back from the conference and said, you know, that's something that he wants us to pursue, where we look into how we can start issuing certificates in Braille, so we can include persons who are visually impaired. So they don't have to have someone reading the certificates for them, but they can read it for themselves.
Are these new certificates more expensive?
Oh no, the cost is the same.
Okay.
So there's no disadvantage in terms of a cost difference. The same cost. It's $1,500 if it is that you pay for the 4 to 6 week service, or $2,500 if you pay for the 7 to 10 day service.
And in terms of the process, how do you signal to the RGD that this is the certificate that you want?
Okay, so currently you have to apply for this in any one of our 10 offices island-wide. And so you would indicate to the customer service rep that you would like to apply for the Braille certificate. And so that is what will be produced.
That is honestly fantastic. So far, how many of them have been issued?
I would have to check, because we issue the first one on May 1st to the Executive Director of the Jamaica Society for the Blind. Yes. This will be the third one that will be issued officially. So I'd have to check with the regions to find out how the applications are going.
You mentioned that this will be the third one that you'll be issuing. I think we have a guest that we need to have join us to receive this wonderful. I'm absolutely tickled by this. It is such a true blessing. I feel like we need to make a round of applause. Make some noise, Nige boy!
All right.
How are you?
Doing fantastic.
Awesome. Well, first of all, congratulations on your degree.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you.
And so, well, first of all, I'll hand it over to you. Give you the honor of making a presentation.
Right. So we from the RGD would like to issue to Mr. Hector a copy of his birth certificate.
Yes.
Which is in Braille.
Oh, that's brilliant. So.
Yes.
Oh, well done. Oh, I love this.
Let me look at it.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Them spell your name right?
No, we'll do it next week.
Yeah. Them get your date of birth right?
Certificate of birth, registration number, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, man, everything right.
Everything right.
What does it feel like, Nige boy, to have your birth certificate in a way that you can experience it and read it?
It's a phenomenal feeling. You know, a step like this is huge. This, to me, is what you define as inclusivity.
Yes.
Where you have, you know, another community being able to access, you know, pertinent information such as this. Because, you know, I never thought a day would come when I'd be receiving a certificate of birth in Braille. Allah, look at my age paper, guys.
I love that. Nige, there's so much happening for you at the moment. It's really a beautiful season, even for us to behold. We see that you've graduated.
Yes.
We also saw that you got honorable mention in was it the House?
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh.
Yes.
Listen, she proud of your body now. You know how much time she say, oh, my intern. How does this feel, this season that's happening for you, all of the rewards that you are reaping of your labor? How does this feel for you?
I can't even explain the feeling. It's I'm overcome with jubilation to know that so many wonderful things are happening for me at just the right time.
Yes.
I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if it's really happening to me, because, you know, I wonder, do I really deserve all these blessings?
Oh,
you know?
times 10.
Yeah, man.
Times 10.
I'm honored.
Nice.
Well, we're so happy to have shared this particular experience, and we wish you so many more blessings, so many more achievements. This is just the beginning.
Thank you so much.
All right?
Yeah, man.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Nicole.
Thank you for
It's been a
having
pleasure.
me.
Been a pleasure.
I can't help it. I'm gonna do it. Continental.
Good morning.
Listen.
Sunrise with
Nige.
the blind.
I'll just hand you a mic, you know. Don't tempt me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, when we return, it's a Sunrise exclusive with the Prime Minister that you won't want to miss. Sunrise will be right back.
40 years of trust. Years of bright ideas. 40 years of evolving with technology.
At Quartz, we know that mom is not just a mom. She's so much more. She's not just a wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast kind of mom. She's an armchair detective who would love a 3-piece TV combo. Get her one starting at $49,999 or save up to $150,000 on a new living room set for her to lounge in. Upgrade her bedroom with an 8-piece bedroom combo for only $149,999. Plus, you can shop for her today and pay later. So let's celebrate mom, because to us, she's so much more. Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end May 31, 2024. Conditions apply.
You know them, the movers, the shakers, the people making a difference, who never shy away from a challenge, who are never afraid to dirty their hands, to jump in and get things done, who are never afraid to fail, to take a risk, to learn. You know them and aspire to be like them. And you can, because there's always room for greatness. Apply today. University of Technology Jamaica, the birthplace of greatness.
World family, who no hear the news? T20 cricketer come back a Sabina. So me want to come back to Sabina. For South Africa team I come to contest with T20 squad. So me want to give them on support by coming back to Sabina. Enough prizes and surprises. So please come back to Sabina.
Watch all 3 matches live on CVMTV.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
I'm Celine Gordon, host of Holy Road.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy John Mark Wigan, host on the show Holy Road. Listen, people need to know what's happening in the churches and in ministry in all of Jamaica. It's an absolute blessing. We're really excited to share this.
Tune in to CVM. See it happen.
Friendly reminder.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Now, from humble beginnings in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, to the highest office in Jamaica, Sunrise is pleased to welcome the Most Honorable Andrew Holness for his first sit-down since the start of the year, exclusively here on Sunrise. Prime Minister, or should we say Dr. the Honorable?
Yes!
Andrew Holness, welcome.
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning. How you doing? Well, Yanni, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Dennis, how you doing? Good to see you.
Nice,
It's a pleasure. Good to see the studio.
Yes,
It's
good
amazing.
looking, right?
Indeed. Can I tell you, right? I haven't been inside your studio for more than a decade.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Well,
Well, it's good to
now it's a
have
good
you.
time.
And it's a great time to be here with this new effervescent set of hosts that CVM has brought on, which I hear is doing an amazing job of bringing back viewership to morning television.
The right person is in your ear then. You've heard right. You've heard right. You know, I must say, the first thing I have to tell you, PM, is I noticed that you're both donning blue. And I know I might be the odd person out here as the non-St. Catherine High person, but if you notice, Sissy, for the sake of the uniform, what do you think? Not true?
Excellent. Yours it's
a nice shade of
I want it to fit in, you know?
It's a nice shade of
Thank you.
Blue is a lovely color. I have many blue suits.
Indeed.
It's a color that is inclusive. It brings people together.
Indeed.
Speaking of St. Catherine High, let's talk a little bit about, we mentioned a bit in the intro where you started, being from the parish, the great parish that Dennis is also from. And I know that education is critically important to you. And I mentioned St. Catherine and the school. So let's go to the place of Prime Minister's journey from where he started in St. Catherine to even the Minister of Education and where you stand now. Walk us through that.
So I was born at the Spanish Town Hospital.
Yeah.
So it was, for me, an immense sense of pride to be able to announce that we are going to do major upgrade work to the Spanish Town Hospital. Spanish Town is a place that's very near and dear to my heart. But over the decades, many, many decades, it is the old capital that we have not invested in. And it is truly in a state where greater investment is needed. So I'm from Spanish Town.
Yeah.
And I will be paying greater attention to ensuring that there is investment in Spanish Town. So far we have two major investment projects in Spanish Town. One is water and one is in health. I went to St. Catherine High School. I owe so much to that school. I went to Spanish Town Primary before, and I owe so much to them as well. But to St. Catherine High School, that's where my formative years were. My teachers were excellent. I lived on Cumberland Road, which is just near to the Grassyard Market. I attended the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and then I lived in Ensom City. It's a newly developed scheme. That was a wonderful time in my life. Met many great friends. It was what you would call an aspirational community. The people who lived there were all trying to pursue, if you want to call it, the middle-class dream, owning your home, getting your children into high school and university. It was quite aspirational. I grew up in the period of the 80s. So that helped to form my political outlook. And then from there, went on to the University of the West Indies. I taught for a year after doing my A-levels. I taught for a year at St. Catherine High School. And then I went on to the University of the West Indies. Participated in student government and in student life there. I lived on Hall. I lived on Chancellor Hall. And that was another formative experience. You could say I lived the Jamaican experience. And I don't consider myself coming from a rich background. I came from humble beginnings, humble circumstances, single parent household, myself and my sister and my mother, and put it to you this way, the struggle was real. I don't use that, however, as an excuse. I tend to want to say to people, embrace your struggles. Whatever is thrown at you in life, it is to make you stronger. Don't run away from it. Embrace it. I'm getting a sense that some people don't like struggle. There's a sense that life should just be easy. Life should be commoditized, and you can just simply take out one block, put in another, and it should almost be a sense of entitlement. My struggle, my history is that is not it. And you have to really put out the effort, and there is no success without sacrifice.
Prime Minister, you come to us this morning at a time when there is, among people who are interested in these matters, a great deal of frustration with the constitutional reform process. I put it at the back burner of my mind because I've been excited about it in the past and been disappointed. I'm disappointed again because of where we are. Why are we here again where the constitutional reform process has been stalled?
Well, in the 90s, quite a bit of work was done on constitutional reform. There was a committee of parliament that did a report, and it was quite good work. When we were about to celebrate our 60th year of independence, I paid close attention to calls coming from various quarters, including past leaders of the country, that it would be an excellent opportunity for Jamaica to contemplate becoming a republic. It seized my mind as something that was important, and I too felt that at 60, it is time that we seek to become a republic and truly define our independence, move our independence into another form of it. Now, to do that, it was not a straight line. It was not a simple activity, and we considered it very carefully. We thought about the work that was done before, and we recognized that it was dated, it was done at a different period of time, an entire new generation would have emerged since then, and their views ought to be considered. Yes. And therefore, our approach to it is that we should not just abandon the work that was done to start all over, but to put in place a committee that would review the work. My understanding of statements made by the leader of the opposition and in letters written to the Minister of Constitutional Affairs is their initial position was that we should just go ahead because they also agree that it is time that Jamaica became a republic. We thought it better to have a process of review because we needed to have taken into account the views of a new generation that has emerged. And Jamaica has become such a diverse country with many, many views. So the nature of our democracy is that we would have to include those views. The opposition, having said go ahead, then they did not want to name members to the review commission. We sorted that out. We had a Vale Royal talk where we explained what the process is. They raised the issue of what would be Jamaica's final court. And we said, look, the process that we're putting in place is a multi-phased process that will deal with all the issues of our constitution. The first phase of it is that we deal with the one in which we have agreement. So in other words, the frustration that you're feeling could be avoided, like many people in your generation, my generation would feel, if we were making positive steps. So step by step, we could achieve the notion of full and complete independence. After that Vale Royal talk, and after we explained that there is a multi-phased approach, the opposition agreed, and we proceeded. When we proceeded on good faith, that we would be able to do what we agreed on now, and then we move on to the other matter of the CCJ. And our position on the CCJ has been very clear. I established that position in 2015, thereabout, when I explained that from our political perspective, from our party, we believe that if there's going to be any change in our final court, that this is a fundamental change to the architecture of the country, the governance and political architecture of the country. And therefore, this is a matter that should at least benefit from an indicative referendum. And it is one of the matters that we had spoken about as part of a kind of grand referendum. So that people could have a say, because what we have been picking up from our soundings and our research, and even during the period of consultation for the CRC, the Constitutional Reform Committee's work, that it is not a position where it is settled. It is not a settled position nationally.
Except that people know what the People's National Party position is, for instance. People know what the leader of the opposition's position is on what our final appellate court should be. But I'm not certain that people know what the Labour position is or what the Andrew Holness position is.
Right, so
clarify that.
So I'm glad you have raised that because we have said it on many occasions. Our position is that a final court should be a Jamaican final court. However, whatever ends up being the final court should go through this process of an indicative referendum. The people should have a say on it. That's number one for us. People should have a say. And secondly, if we are having a final court to be repatriated, it shouldn't go to Port of Spain, it should come to Kingston. That has been our position. Now, on the matter of the final court, because we are saying to the people of Jamaica, we also want to hear your view on it. It may very well turn out that the view of the public is that it should be the CCJ.
Right.
So what we don't want to do is to go to the situation in prescribing to the people of Jamaica.
So
this is what it is.
So you have a position, but it's not a hardline position.
No, our position is, first and foremost, let the people decide it. Right? What we would like to see is this, but really, the people should decide it. What the PNP is saying is, don't ask the people anything. Just go to the CCJ. Now, let's be fair. There are many people in Jamaica who have not expressed their view on the CCJ.
Correct.
And are very silent about it because there is a view that is carried by persons who are authoritative in the society. But quietly, there are those who might be saying, you know what, let's think about it. The other problem with it is that we need a process. In the same way that the issue of the Republic, we have put it through this very intensive process of public debate. So too should that go to that intensive process of public debate. These are fundamental things, as the leader of the opposition said, and therefore it can't be that because one political party has a particular view on it, then that is what we must do. It is unreasonable. Absolutely unreasonable.
All right, we're going to put a pause right there because on the other side of the break, the conversation with the Prime Minister continues. Please stay with us here on Sunrise. We'll be back.
Madam Speaker, I thank everyone for their patience and we do apologize for the break in transmission due to a technical difficulty. And I did want to say, Madam Speaker, no.
Or Hyundai 5 free payments, 3 years free insurance, or 3 years free petrol bonus.
Should critical illness strike? Don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure. Live easy.
Really good, but I'm really hungry. Can we get some juicy patties?
Sure we can. I never see a boil up patty like you.
Hey son, you good? No, Dad, I'm starving. Can we get some juicy patties?
celebrating moms everywhere.
Don't miss it! New Budget Supplies pre-Labor Day massive yard sale. 5 crazy days.
New Budget gone crazy.
May 17 for 22.
Yes, boy.
Clearance on old or damaged stock up to 50% off. Including lumber, doors, toilets, drywalls, PVC pipes, and clearance on broken tiles.
I want some of that.
We've got specials on paints, film face ply, zinc, and so much more.
I want that too.
You can't afford to miss this crazy yard sale.
That New Budget, do it again.
Should critical illness strike? Don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today and live secure, live easy.
Welcome back to Sunrise. If you're just joining us this morning, our special guest is the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. Welcome back to the program, Prime Minister.
I wanted to ask, just before we wrap up the conversation about the referendum, because it is such a topic of discussion at the moment, what is your position and your view on dual citizenship and holding such and being in the a member of Parliament?
Let me say this as a kind of precursor to answering you. I've tried not to say too much on the constitutional reform issues because there is a strategy to literally take all my statements and turn them into political fodder. And I didn't want anything that I said to be used as an excuse not to proceed because we got the sense that people are looking for excuses not to proceed with the constitutional reform. So I deliberately totally stayed away from it. So even though I am going to be very careful and guarded, limited in any statement that I make on this matter of the dual citizenship, except what I've already said, which I was very clear in statements made when I was leader of government business in the Parliament over a decade ago, that I believe that the Jamaican diaspora is much bigger than our Commonwealth, and that the Jamaican Commonwealth is our diaspora wherever they are, and that we should allow persons with Jamaican citizenship to be able to serve Jamaicans in our parliament politically. So for me, it doesn't matter what other citizenship you have, once you swear allegiance, being a Jamaican citizen, to Jamaica. That would be my stated position. The other thing I would say is that to be the ultimate leader of a country, to be the ultimate executive leader of the country, you should have no other citizenship. There should be no question by your citizens that you lead, that you have somehow split loyalties, that you have a parachute should in case anything go wrong, that you may not be subject to the full force of the laws of the country that you serve because you are a citizen of another country. You could always find a way out. So, and I think that is important. I think in the minds of every Jamaican, the question would be, is the leader of your country fully, wholly and solely committed to your best interest? And there is no other loyalty or interest drawing on the decisions that they make. So I think if you allow that, in other words, if you allow the leader of the country, in whatever position that leader is, to have another loyalty, then every decision that that leader makes will be open for question. So it is an untenable situation. And if you intend to become leader of the country, whether as prime minister or any top leadership, leader of the opposition, or to head the parliament or whatever it is, you really should divest yourself of any other loyalty that you may have.
So, am I taking that to mean then that, for instance, your party, I've seen members of your party over the past weekend calling for opposition leader Mark Golding to declare whether or not he is a UK citizen. You are saying then that if he is, then his position is untenable.
So for two things. We believe that we must find a way to include our diaspora, our Jamaicans. So once you are a Jamaican, you have Jamaican citizenship, we believe you should be entitled to enter our parliament and serve.
Right.
However, having entered the parliament, if it is that you intend to become the ultimate decision maker, then you must divest yourself of any other loyalty, even if it is not required legally. Because in the minds of the Jamaican people, or any country, they're going to want to know that their ultimate decision maker is only making decisions based upon a single, transparent loyalty and allegiance
and
to them.
And that you're in it with us. You can't escape. You are in what we are in.
And so more pointedly to my question then, that in relation to your opposition counterpart, that you're saying that his position would be untenable.
I think anyone in that position would be untenable. And not just that, I think it would be incurable. In other words, having gone ahead to say, I want to lead the country ultimately, and not having taken that step before, you can't cure it afterwards, because already the question is, then why didn't you do this before? Why did you carry us along and not declare this to us?
On the back of you mentioning
so it's not just untenable, it's incurable.
Mentioning incurable, there are a lot of people who are of the perspective that there is an issue that we are having socially among our youth that feels frightening to behold. We had some really good conversations most recently here on this coach with the NET, and the work is being done to pour into education. We hear about the investments, we hear about the STEAM programs, obviously the expansion of STEM to include the arts. We hear about it all, but for some reason, the LIFT program as well,
trend.
There's a feeling and a sense as though we have lost the next generation. There's a lot of contention. I hear a lot of whispering that we're gone to the dogs. What is your take on it? How can we change that perspective, and how can we bring everyone with us? There are the few who are doing exceedingly well, but it feels as though we're losing quite a few. What do you say to that?
Yanni, I'm very happy for the question. And again, let me give some context. For the last 40 years or so, Jamaica has not been in a position to make the level of investment in infrastructure and human resources that would keep a pace with other countries at our stage and state of development. So Jamaica fell behind. It is not just disinvestment which you see in the number of potholes and unrepaired roads. It is not just disinvestment in water supply, where there are so many persons now who feel that they are being left out because we haven't provided them with water.
Yeah.
It is also a disinvestment in our education system in general. And I make the point because there is a mood in the country to want to diminish the value of what this country has achieved in rebuilding the economy. Let's just get it clear. There is no investment, unless you're going to borrow, which we did, which got us into more problems, unless you have a solid economy. And what you have in this government is a government that has managed the economy in such a way as to now give us the opportunity to invest. But 40 years of this investment is not going to be corrected overnight, or in one term or two terms. But you now have the engine that can carry us on the journey.
Now, what is the state of the engine in 2024 in terms of...
I wanted to just finish up with Yendi's question, and I'll come about the state of the engine. So we have a good engine, which is why NET, an institution which I take paternity for, that came out of the National Education Transformation, but it was something that I did specifically as Minister of Education because we recognized that there needed to be an entity to manage investments in education. So we are making the physical investments in education. But I think we all must agree with what you have said, that our human resources, in terms of their readiness and training, in terms of our socio-emotional regulation, that we do have a challenge. And we see that reflected on two pathways which are so important for our development. We see this being reflected in the level of productivity, and we see this reflected in the level of peace. So what is the next mission of the government, having addressed the issue of the economy? We are trying to address the issue as to who we are as a people through the constitutional reform. The next phase for us, and I've said it at the beginning of the year, is that the government is now going to focus on peace and productivity. And let's talk about peace and productivity from the lens of the education sector. We have seen an increase in violence in schools, particularly coming out of the lockdowns, the pandemic. We are seeing an entrenchment of gang-related activities in some of our schools. We're seeing behavior that for the older generations, it is just quite un-Jamaican. Because, we come from a culture of respect, and we're seeing a generation where that respect may be expressed in a different form. And so there is a dissonance in the society. And remember, we are in the Gen Z generation where their outlook on the world is quite different. They believe the world is customizable, that there's a different standard, and truth be told, they're more inclusive than the previous generation. So there is this kind of generational difference. You're looking at them and saying, oh, they're the last generation. No, they're not. They have a different perspective. Their creativity is different, and our education system needs to kind of change to how...
And meet them where they are.
Because remember now, yes, we have an education institution, but when you compare that educational institution to the information that is poured into our society, unregulated, without any form of context, that is what would have more impact on their behavior and outlook, and not necessarily the education system itself. So the education system has to change in order to accommodate this new
norm,
Jamaican. So the education system is going through transformation, and they have tried and are trying to change exams, for example. What is it that we're examining for? The certain changes to the curriculum. But we haven't really started this massive transformation that will provide us with the workforce to keep the economy growing, and that will provide us with the next generation that are going to be good parents and solid citizens and people who will shun gangs and
skilled at conflict resolution.
All right, we're going to take another break. On the other side of the break, the conversation with the PM continues. We'll be right back.
Jamaica's borders is a key priority for the Jamaica Customs Agency. The JCA will remain vigilant and resolute in effectively fulfilling this mandate. The time, brought to you by the Jamaica Customs Agency, is
40 years of trust. "40 years of bright ideas. 40 years of evolving with technology.
At Quartz, we know that mom is not just a mom. She's so much more. She's not just a wake up at the crack of dawn, make breakfast kind of mom. She's an armchair detective who would love a 3-piece TV combo. Get her one starting at $49,999 or save up to $150,000 on a new living room set for her to lounge in. Upgrade her bedroom with an 8-piece bedroom combo for only $149,999. Plus, you can shop for her today and pay later. So let's celebrate mom, because to us, she's so much more. Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end May 31, 2024. Conditions apply.
You know them, the movers, the shakers, the people making a difference, who never shy away from a challenge, who are never afraid to dirty their hands, to jump in and get things done, who are never afraid to fail, to take a risk, to learn. You know them and aspire to be like them. And you can, because there's always room for greatness. Apply today. University of Technology Jamaica, the birthplace of greatness.
Thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. If you're just joining us, our special guest this morning is the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica. And we do have another guest host that we're welcoming onto set. His name is Caleb. Good morning, Caleb. How are you doing?
Good morning.
Hi, Caleb.
Hi. Oh, you're bringing breakfast for PM?
Good morning, Caleb.
You hear he likes Ota-Iti apples.
Oh, Lord.
He particularly likes to pick them.
Unfortunately, I can't have these in my diet these days.
But the apples will do. Thank you very much.
Apple is excellent.
Eh?
Caleb, a little birdie told us that you have a question or two for the Prime Minister.
Have a seat.
Okay.
So go ahead and ask him a question.
Okay. Morning, Mr. Prime Minister.
Good morning, Caleb.
How are you?
I am good, and I'm better for seeing you and meeting you.
I have a couple questions to ask you. My first question is, what types of genres of music do you listen to?
Oh, I love that.
I listen to all music. I mean, I must tell you. So, you know, I recently discovered Niji Boy. I've always listened to dancehall music and how it has evolved. I mean, I can't say I agree with every theme of the music, but it's good. If sometimes you don't hear the words and you just hear the beat, that's fine. But I do pay attention to it because it's a pulse of the people, and you have to hear what the people are saying. So clearly, that is always, you know, on my playlist. Roots rock reggae. You know, Bob Marley going right through. Clearly, so those are always on my list. I like, you know, alternative. I don't think they call it alternative these days, but yeah. It's very difficult now to put pop music into a genre because it's all, you know, mixed and collaborations and so forth. So pop music generally, yeah. And you know, our traditional music, mento. If you get a good album, it's good. Yes, sometimes I do listen to classical music. Yes. These days I don't. You know, that's a relaxed Sunday. Listen, yeah.
I think also on a relaxed Sunday, you go to Sister Pat. I know you love the Lord is mine. And then guess what the Prime Minister does? He gives us a dip and a turn.
What else do you want to ask?
Is your job of being a Prime Minister easy or difficult?
What do you think?
I think it's very difficult.
You're correct. But no, it's not an easy job. When you're Prime Minister, everybody's problem becomes your problem.
Yeah.
And if you are a Prime Minister that people believe can do stuff, then everything is going to be placed at your feet. So in a sense, your success becomes your own challenge, because people believe that you're not doing enough based upon what they think you can do and what you have achieved in the past. So I found it very amusing on social media. Somebody drops in a pothole and says, Andrew, let's look at the pothole. Ultimately, yes, you're responsible. You have to make the policies work.
Yeah.
But then it goes to some other extremes, which might, be ridiculous. But you get blamed for, the price of glue for eyelashes or whatever it is. You see some strange things on social media. But the truth is, Caleb, that it is a difficult job. You can't please everyone, but you must be focused on what it is that you have set out to do and try to achieve those things, whilst at the same time giving everyone a listening ear. You won't be able to respond to everybody, but you must at least have the system in place to scan the environment, to hear what everybody is saying, and then you pick the sense out of whatever nonsense or whatever sense there is, and you move ahead with a strategy. And that is what leadership is. So everybody's going to say, I want this, this should be done, that should be done, and they're going to be powerful voices. You listen to everyone, and then you find a quiet place, and you make a decision. And once you've made a decision, that is what you're going to do. And that's leadership.
Excellent. Thank you very much for your questions, Caleb. It is Child's Month. We are celebrating Child's Month in May. And so glad you represented the kids today. All right.
Caleb, high five. Very nice.
PM, as we let you go, I just want to ask, in terms of your outlook for the economy for the rest of the year, things you would say, there are numbers that are in the right direction, but some people might not feel those numbers, they say. What's the outlook from the Prime Minister's desk?
The big picture for Jamaica is our economic independence. All right, that's the big picture. Meaning that we, as a country, earn the resources, we produce it, we earn it, and then we determine how to spend it.
Right.
That's a big picture. And you can see that that is what is emerging. Whether it is the highways that we're doing, the water project, you're not hearing about Jamaica borrowing to do, is Jamaica spending what we've earned. All right? So that big picture is emerging and becoming almost the status quo, and that's what we want. If you dig a little deeper into that picture, how do we translate this now into benefits for every household?
Yeah, the trickle-down effect.
I'm not a trickle-down economics.
We want raining down.
Right? I don't believe in trickle-down. I'm going to be clear.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We believe in transforming.
Correct.
Now, the average person looking on and hear me talking about GDP, debt to GDP, inflation. It's a chop. That not mean not to me.
Exactly. It's not their language.
All right. Okay. All right. I hear what you're saying. But it means everything to you. Pay attention to it.
Yes.
Because if it is not going in the right direction, it's problems. So let's talk about how we transform households by focusing on inflation. If you earn a fixed income and the price of goods are moving every day rapidly, your fixed income is going to be able to purchase less things. So you need the government to focus on inflation. So stop saying foolishness about inflation. We don't mean anything. It means everything. And you need to hold the government to account for that. So we hold ourselves to account for that. After the pandemic, inflation went up to as high as almost 12%.
Globally.
We have now brought it back down by doing deliberate things such as, controlling whatever increases there are in taxi fares and giving some subsidies to cushion to reduce the impact of that, but by controlling interest rates as well. That has a secondary effect on economic activity and on businesses. But the critical thing here is to make sure that the price of goods, the cereal and the other things that we have on that, is not moving so fast that it erodes your purchasing power for an already low wage. So we're managing inflation. We have been good stewards on that. Secondly, in terms of the management of the dollar, let's face it, you have never seen this level of stability in the dollar. The thing is,
It's been at 156 for a while.
No, but the thing is, when it's a problem, everybody quarrel. And when it is stable, nobody remembers. Move on to the next thing. But let it become a problem again. And we have been good stewards in managing that. We have been good stewards in trying to deal with all the issues of the country without running with it.
All right.
And I say this, that is how you give benefit to the people. So we have increased wage levels in the country more than any other government has in the history of Jamaica. And yet people say, well, we don't get the wage, and we quarrel about all the wage-related issues, which we understand. There are fundamental issues about how, who gets what percentage on these issues, and we're working through them. And there are still persons whose wage settlements haven't been finalized. So we appreciate and we understand that. But let's not miss the big picture, that the things that matter to your household, controlling inflation so that your income maintains its purchasing power, increasing your income levels, especially those who work in the public sector. The increase is twice now in the minimum wage. These are all things that should make it globally easier for the household. But we're coming from a really bad position, and it is going to take some time to get there. But you can see that the government is making the economic steps to secure not just the national economic independence, but your own independence. And what is the greatest way to secure your economic independence, Caleb? It's to get you a job so that you can earn an income. That is the start. So don't matter how low the wage is. Employment leads to income. Income leads to investment. Investments leads to greater employment, which leads to greater income. And we are getting Jamaicans into that virtuous cycle where your household can be transformed.
All right.
That is it.
Gonna have to leave it
I
there.
wish we had more time.
Thank you very much. Our special guest this morning has been the Most Honorable Andrew Holness. Coming up after the break, we have a special performance for Prime Minister by Caleb. You don't want to miss it.
Star of the show. He sure is.
Access the Heart NSTA Trust Skills Registry today to employ trained and certified skilled professionals. The time by Heart is
7:30.
This 10 seconds of calm is brought to you by Catherine's Peak. Everything good.
Don't miss it! New Budget Supplies pre-Labor Day massive yard sale. 5 crazy days.
New Budget gone crazy.
May 17 to 22.
Yes, boy.
Clearance on old or damaged stock up to 50% off. Including lumber, doors, toilets, drywalls, PVC pipes, and clearance on broken tiles.
I want some of that.
We've got specials on paints, film face ply, zinc, and so much more.
I want that too.
You can't afford to miss this crazy yard sale.
That New Budget, do it again.
I am just a little girl, but I have big dreams. And one day, all my dreams are going to come true.
That's why I'm glad Mommy opened a Sagicor Bank Star Savers account for me.
It's the best gift she could ever give me. Because one day, I won't be little anymore. And my small savings are going to grow big.
I even got my own debit card.
Give your child a gift that will grow. Open a Sagicor Bank Star Savers account today.
If you save, pay, borrow, invest, or insure with NCB, now it's time to own a part of the NCB Financial Group Limited in its additional public offer. For as little as $6,500 in the general pool, you can own shares in the business built on strong performance and making life better for all Jamaicans. Invest in our future. Invest in your future. Offer opens May 6 and closes May 27. Apply for shares at goipo.jncb.com. Conditions apply.
I am deaf. You know what? Never change.
Ward off death. Obey the road code. A message from the Road Safety Unit in the Island Traffic Authority.
outside! Raised ball into the middle, it's a free header, and it's a goal!
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
Sunrise Fitness, brought to you by Your Plate and Nature Valley.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Well, our next performer is a 9-year-old piano talent and honor roll student from the Western Tourist Hub of Montego Bay. Caleb Young is a student at Alcar Academy in St. James. He began his piano journey at just 3 years old under the expert guidance of his piano teachers. Caleb is a 2-time national gold medalist at the JCDC Music National Finals and has achieved distinctions, the highest level of them, in the internationally recognized music exams. Now performing Beethoven's Sonatina 6 in F major and The Entertainer by Scott Joplin. Here is Caleb Young.
New Budget Supplies pre-Labor Day massive yard sale. 5 crazy days.
New Budget gone crazy.
May 17 to 22.
Yes, boy.
Clearance on older damaged stock up to 50% off. Including lumber, doors, toilets, drywalls, PVC pipes, and clearance on broken tiles.
I want some of that.
We've got specials on paints, film face ply, zinc, and so much more.
I want that too.
You can't afford to miss this crazy yard sale.
New Budget, do it again.
Bag it and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say make we do it, keep Jamaica clean. Make you listen to me please. No plastic bag, no fear blowing at the breeze. No proper garbage, disposal, recycle plastic. Now make it full up in the streets. Bag it and pin it, every rubbish in a pan. No dirty up the place, this a we island. So keep Jamaica, keep Jamaica. Say make we do it. A message from the National Solid Waste Management Authority.
Labor Day sale at H&L Rapid True Value, May 10 to 26. Save big on farm ply, tiles, bathroom combos and fixtures, paint and accessories, tools and selected building supplies, and more. Hurry while stocks last. Conditions apply. Start right. Start here. H&L Rapid True Value.
Jamaica's favorite drama, Your Guilty Pleasure.
All that having a baby now is going to do for you is make you a prisoner of this apartment. Long run shot, kid.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
Miss a controversial. Not really. The controversial. Not the honesty. The middle piece at all. I just love chat, bro. I'm just not for fast and people business, so.
If a man go see me, I'll got my son and I shed my tear and want to look at me as weak. That's his problem, you know.
His problem.
I ain't tell man none of my friend them to left the woman no time.
House can't escape from the tool. You know why you buy the house? You never have told you what my father. Yeah, you know. You never have told you. KC bill for ghetto youth.
I mean like the culture of trying to help.
Yeah, that made me think until Triple X come out. I say that's controversial.
The Cut is brought to you by Flo and Guinness.
No more fear of missing out. CVMTV News is on YouTube. Get up-to-date news, sports, and business content at CVMTV News anytime, anywhere. Subscribe now to CVMTV News to see it happen.
Chance here from outside!
Raised ball into the middle, it's a free header, and it's a goal!
Miss a controversial. Not really. The controversial. Not the honesty. The middle piece at all. I just love chat, bro. I'm just not for fast and people business, so.
If a man go see me, I'll got my son and I shed my tear and want to look at me as weak. That's his problem, you know.
His problem.
I ain't tell man none of my friend them to left the woman no time.
House can't escape from the tool. You know why you buy the house? You never have told you what my father. Yeah, you know. You never have told you. KC bill for ghetto youth.
I mean like the culture of trying to help.
Yeah, that made me think until Triple X come out. I say that's controversial.
The Cut is brought to you by Flo and Guinness.
All right, welcome back and thanks for staying with us here on Sunrise. So WinCo Group is a part of the Coca-Cola system that markets an extensive and diverse portfolio of over 140 brands from leading food and beverage manufacturers locally and across the world. So joining us this morning to tell us about the WinCo Group Limited collaboration with the Ministry of Labour and Social Security inaugural job fair this Tuesday is Divisional Director, Industrial Relations and Allied Services, the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, Gillian Kurodos, and Group Head of Human Resources at WinCo Group Limited, Keisha Ann Brown. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
It's great to have you.
How are you doing?
Thank you for bringing us.
Before we jump into the partnership that is now happening, which is fantastic, let's talk about WinCo.
Yes.
Why is WinCo even doing this?
Well, WinCo is now a mature Jamaican company, over 6 years old.
Yes.
And we have been constantly reinventing ourselves.
Yeah.
And in this round of our transformation, we are doing a massive expansion. So if you come by our facility at Lakes Bend, you will see a brand new factory being built from Greenfield.
Noticed, yes.
We've also just added additional capacity to our sweet beverage plant and our water plant. So we need people to make this transformation come to life. We have some fantastic people already, and we want some more fantastic people to add to the board.
So obviously you're going to make the call to the Ministry of Labour.
Yes.
Talk to us. I know you guys do job fairs all the time. First of all, for those who may not know, for whatever reason, what's the role of the Ministry of Labour?
So the Ministry of Labour has a very vast role. A lot of persons know us for the Social Security.
Yeah.
But in terms of labour, we are heavily invested in overseas and local employment, and this fits into our local employment. So the Ministry of Labour has partnered with WinCo, because it's one thing to say you want workers, but you want the best quality workers. And that is what we provide through our customized job fairs.
And so entities, this is the thing that I love. Entities can come and say, look here, we want to put on a job fair. Help us. And you customize a job fair given the objectives that they're trying to achieve.
Right. So it's a tailor-made job fair. So we look at what are the skills that they're looking for, the talent that they need. So it's not just the aptitude, but the attitude. So we also do some of the job readiness training, and just to get the persons ready for work to hit the ground running. And that is what we're doing with WinCo.
I find it a beautiful thing, this thing called growth in the economy, that, you know, you're expanding and you're saying we need the people because we've created the jobs now. And so now, what have you asked the ministry to tailor for you? What kinds of people do you need?
So we've always been really good at selecting great partners. And we thought, because the ministry is doing this all the time, they're the experts. So we've said to them, listen, we need technical people to run our machines. We need technicians, whether those are for utilities or maintenance technicians. That's quite scarce in Jamaica. However, we are optimistic that if we shake all the trees and turn over all the rocks, we're going to get the people, and we're going to get the right people, because we're looking for WinConians who are a particular brand of compassionate and humble and integrity, respectful and passion.
Is it that you want a mix of, you want some people, so you're going to have to poach some people from where they're currently working, but you also want people who maybe are fresh out of high school, fresh out of education rather. So they're at a particular tertiary institution or something like that, and they've gone back to school maybe, and you're looking for a mix of people?
A mix of people. So obviously we have big systems that we have to run, technical systems. We're a power plant, for example. We're an effluent treatment plant. We are willing to train people for those roles, but if we can get people who have already have some experience in those areas, we run bottling lines. We love to have somebody who has bottling line experience to come and just transplant. But we know that sometimes we have to train people from scratch. So if you're sitting on your couch this morning, having just finished your heart certifications, or you're 18 years old and you're finished high school and you're thinking about where you want to work, please consider us. Come down to where we will be tomorrow at Portmore. We're going to be at Celebration Church, Lot 1E, Portmore Mall. And if you're old enough like me, you'll remember when that was a skating rink. We're gonna show out. The ministry will be there to make sure that everything runs smoothly. But because we are WinCo, we have a lot of great brands that we want to showcase. We will also bring some fun. We'll have some giveaways. We'll have some samples for you as well. So just to sweeten up the pot a little bit, to get people out.
You know what I do want to ask you though? You listed some of the jobs that you're looking for. You listed the details of tomorrow. But for the person who is watching who says, this could be a thing. I'm not too sure. Why WinCo? Why should people choose WinCo?
Well, WinCo, I love to think about as one of those companies that grown up with Jamaica.
Yeah.
So we're 60 plus years old now. We've been reinventing ourselves. My father used to tell me that WinCo used to make water boots. Did you know that?
Yes, I remember.
I have no recollection of that.
I don't remember. I remember I've always heard about it.
But then he's trying to separate himself.
Gator boot. There was a boot that was well known.
Okay, so I grew up hearing about that. For me, WinCo was the birthday party. It was a foam plate and the sweet cup, right? I'm of that age.
Yes,
now we're iconic water brand.
Yes.
Now we're boom. Now we represent Coca-Cola in this market, plus lots of global brands.
Right.
And this is the next phase of our transformation. Wouldn't you want to be there? Don't you want to be part of that?
Indeed.
To be able to say, I was there when that happened.
And you know one thing? People who work out with WinCo work there long.
This is true. This is true.
They work there so long.
We have some 42 years.
Yes.
And some 30 mash years.
Yes.
And we want to add to that.
Well,
but you know, you could only be 2 years because you're fresh out there. Sounds good.
Awesome. Thank you very much for joining us.
Yes. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was Gillian Carrodas, Divisional Director of Industrial Relations and Allied Services at the Ministry of Labour and Social Security, and Keisha Ann Brown, Group Head of Human Resources at WinCo Group Limited. When we return, Quartz is celebrating their 65th anniversary with 65 acts of kindness. You won't want to miss this.
We have in the cut. No, today episode I got nice. Legends, Senator, my longtime brethren, the great all-star, the king, and the man himself. Salute! You know, as man, we're not too go specialist, and that's the pinnacle of the problem. We want some new era. Do what you love and you never work a day in your life. Lie!
You work till you wake. It was pandemonium. Country people can relate to me I talk about. What you think about me no matter, you know. What matter to me is what me think about myself.
Man United, I don't care what man want to say.
You know, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, man. You finished?
Yes, we finished.
The Cut is brought to you by Flo and Guinness.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Carlton, what's up? Welcome to my corner office.
Definitely, Circus, definitely.
What are we doing today? Are you here to fix the plane or fly the plane?
Maybe a mixture of both because as a top flight pilot, we can't do both of them.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Too clean for be a top flight pilot.
All right, we can get things dirty.
We can get it dirty.
Fitness, brought to you by Your Plate and Nature Valley.
All All right, so Courts kicked off its 65th anniversary celebration activities on May 1 at their corporate headquarters in Kingston, and will be celebrating for the rest of the year with a list of activities. So, as a part of Courts 65 activities, Courts will be giving back in a big way to the communities they serve through their 65 Acts of Kindness initiative. Now, benefiting from the 65 Acts of Kindness, 12 recipients of Courts Scholarships Program, Dare to Dream, SOS Children's Village, the Jamaica Sunshine Girls Netball House, and Food for the Poor. Here to tell us more is Courts Marketing Officer Christine Smart and Marketing and Development Manager at Food for the Poor Jamaica, Marsha Burrell Rose. And before we get into all the good stuff, the giving back, let's start with Christine. Good morning.
Good morning, Christine.
Welcome, Marsha, as well. Good to have you both. Let's talk about, first of all, 65 years.
Yeah.
Wow. That's literally like growing up with Jamaica. Walk us through the culture that is the company Courts.
Well, for Courts now, Courts, we have 29 locations across the 14 parishes of Jamaica.
Yeah.
Also, our yellow and blue building are used as landmark for persons that are given direction. So, yeah, man, look for the yellow and blue building. Meet me right yourself, Courts.
Yeah.
And as well as the 29 store, we also have our online platform, that's Courts.com, where persons can shop in the comfort of their own homes. Yes.
One of the things I always looked forward to growing up with Courts was what activity you're going to have announced in December. You know, I was talking about, you know, the year when it was Beanie Man and the Bima Mania and the this and the that. Every year it's something. So Courts is really a part of the Jamaican culture. For me, Courts is integral in becoming an adult. Because when you move out to your parents' house, you have to go to Courts. You have to go get a bed, you have to go get a wardrobe.
Do a little layaway on the store.
And you know, you take time and pay off your things them from Courts. It's just, it's a synonymous Jamaican company.
Well, Courts is a home solution retailer. So we have our furniture, we have our appliances, we have major appliances and small appliances as well. I can get electronic product at Courts. So we have laptops, we have smartphone, we have tablets, as well as gaming.
All glasses.
Yes, with the nice frames. And because we're in 29, we have 29 stores across the 14 parishes. We also deliver everywhere. So every nook, every cranny, Courts are going to deliver to you.
Speaking of delivering, you guys are delivering in a big way in celebrating with the acts of kindness. Marsha, let's talk a bit about Food for the Poor, being a beneficiary, and how this has, you know, helped you guys as an organization.
When I found out that Courts wanted to give back to us, I was just elated because, one, I am a Courts customer. This is my glasses, of course, right? But to know that the company that I spend my money with is giving back, that just gives me more energy to say, listen, God, we have to get this done. And so definitely we were very excited when I came on board. And because we are so big on sustainability, what we did was the persons that we want to give to, we ensure that they would be able to earn some way. So there are persons who would be getting freezers. Then we also look at our children's homes that we do. Then we look at our agriculture, those farmers, the fishermen. So we have a wide range of persons who we serve. And so when we're selected these 28 recipients, we pull from all our ministry. So we are just so excited about this.
Yeah, I grew up in Spanish Town. So, I mean, I went to church in Ellerslie-Pen, Ellerslie Gardens.
That's my grounds, man.
That's
definitely.
So, I mean, I've grown up always seeing, like, people, you know, they want to come to pastor for him to sign off on something, for them to get one of the Food for the Poor houses. So you see what Food for the Poor is doing. How is Courts now helping you to do more for more people?
Well, we're celebrating 41 years next month.
Wow.
And so we know that with partners, we're big on partnership, and Courts is helping us to, one, get our name out there in terms of their marketing, and two, helping us to help those who are in need. Because we are here, our campaign, Build Back the Love for Jamaica, it's all about how we can help persons to earn, to be able to become sustainable, and that's what the economy needs right now. That's what Jamaica needs, and so that's why we're so happy that Courts partner with us.
You know, Christine, I find it interesting. Courts didn't just try to go and do the things themselves and give to the individuals. They're giving to the people who are doing things. Like netball. How did netball come in?
So we have had a beautiful relationship with the Jamaican Sunshine Girl since 2009, and it's been 15 years. It's the 15 years that we had outfitted their home, and so 65 acts of kindness, we had to throw him back to the Sunshine Girl once more. They are our champions.
Okay, that makes sense now.
So we're going to revamp the house. We're going to give them electronics, appliances. So everywhere in the house that you go, there's going to be a little touch of quartz in it.
Nice. Very nice.
I like that twist.
Yes.
Any last word that you have for your customers as you hit this milestone of 65 years?
Yes, definitely. So to all our quartz customers out there and Jamaicans in general, just remember to be kind. Like, you don't know, a little bit of kindness goes a very long way. You don't know what type of day a person has. Just a little gesture. A lot of time that we say we want to give back, but we don't need a lot of money to actually give back. You can volunteer. Labor Day is coming up. Volunteer, pitch in, help out, partner with the Food for the Poor, SOS Children Home. There's so much organization out there doing something. Partner with them, a little kindness for our 65th anniversary.
Nice. I like it. You're being the catalyst of people doing acts of kindness. So you're doing acts of kindness as a means of showing people that they can be
as well.
kinder. And if we can create that kind of society, I think we go a far way.
A ripple effect.
Of course. Of course.
Pass it on. Thank you very much. Our guests have been Christine Stewart, Quartz Marketing Officer, and Marsha Burrell Rose, Marketing and Development Manager at Food for the Poor Jamaica. More Sunrise when we return. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Trust Hawkeye's Total Connect. Hawkeye, securing what matters most.
Time by Hawkeye is 8.
Hi, I'm Wayne.
And I'm Tami.
And we are the Mitchells. You can watch Meet the Mitchells right here on CVMTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m.
Yes, you guys don't want to miss it. We will be having new episodes every week, so definitely follow along with our family.
Meet the Mitchell family.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You're the sugar to my tea. Meet the Mitchell family.
Phone him.
World family, who no hear the news? T20 cricketer come back a Sabina. So me want to come back to Sabina. For South Africa team I come to contest with T20 squad. So me want to give them on support by coming back to Sabina. Enough prizes and surprises. So please come back to Sabina.
Watch all 3 matches live on CVMTV.
That's all the time we have for today, Sunrisers. I know it was fun, but we gotta go. If you missed out on anything or you just really want to rewatch your favorite segments, we've got you covered at CVMTV.com. And for all the fun stuff in between, we are on Instagram at SunriseCVM and at CVM _television. By the way,
we have the live broadcast.
Yeah.
Don't forget, we have the live broadcast of the T20 between South Africa and West Indies. That's on May 23, 25, and 26 on CVM at 2 p.m. this week. Again, let me just tell you in case you didn't hear me before, it's exclusively on CVM.
All right, don't miss The Cut tonight at 8 p.m. with Jay Frey and Bada Bling.
Also, big up to our official catering sponsor, Mothers, with the best breakfast in town. The Roundtable Squad takes over right after.
Welcome to this, our Monday edition of the Roundtable. My name is Raymond, and joining me this morning is my amazing co-host, Celine, and we have a very special guest this morning, Dr. Dwight Robinson. Welcome to the Roundtable, Dwight.
Thanks for having me.
Good morning, Dr. Robinson.
Morning. Dwight's good.
Dwight's good here at Celine. All right, so, quickly, we're going to get into it. How has been your weekend?
Good. I had 2 birthday parties, and 4-year-olds on birthday parties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, epic.
Buzzing.
Epic. Buzzing.
You see what I did there?
You're gonna find out in a bit why that was so important, right? And Dwight, how was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good.
Great. Awesome. So it's now time for us to check in what's buzzing online in our social buzz. Let's check this out.
Dublin and New York City have been linked up through a real-time visual bridge as part of a groundbreaking holographic art project called The Portal. It features a 24/7 live stream of both Dublin and New York, connecting the 2 cities, and it even allows for real-time interaction between Dubliners, New Yorkers and visitors to both cities.
These are just random people getting on with their day, and we're just random people trying to get on with our day, but it just makes my day better to know that they're here to see us and we're here to see them.
Video portal linking Dublin, Ireland to New York City has been shut down.
Let's set this one up. So this portal, this concept where you could be walking on a street in your hometown and somebody walking on a street in their hometown, and you stand in front of this portal and they're seeing you. So instead of seeing yourself and the background in a mirror, you're looking into another city.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
What?
Sounds all strange to me.
Of course. But why? Because it makes you so connected now. Like.
Listen, I think it's because I watched too much sci-fi growing up, and too much that I care to even admit today. There's a something.
It's like the Twilight Zone.
There you go. Like, what's next that you can step through that?
Ooh.
But the interesting thing is that they had to stop it very soon after launching it, because as people were decided to people. So the people started to people and started to do things that were unwelcomed and offensive on the other side.
I wonder what that could be.
We can't show it, but suffice it to say they plan to do a relaunch. And let us know in the comments on our social media pages whether or not you would stand in front of a portal in Mandela Park to look into Piccadilly Circus, or to look into Paris, or...
Yeah, New York. Yes, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, okay, let's get to it. Something is hot is being delivered. Let's see what is... So, buzzing. The buzz about bees, exploring the roles of bees beyond the honey. All right, and I should just point out, May 20 is International World Bee Conservation Day. And our guest this morning, Dwight Robinson, is an entomologist. So over to you, boss.
All right, thanks for having me. And I'm happy to see that they're celebrating a day about bees. I know most Jamaicans are no honeybees. They get honey from bees, etc. But there are so many bees. We have social bees. We have what we call solitary bees, bees that live alone, not bees that are in a colony. And a lot of them out there doing good work. But we tend to focus on honeybees only.
Right.
And today, while this was started by somebody who discovered how to rear honeybees, they have actually put this for just bees in general, and not just bees, but pollinators as well. So there are several beetles, there are several flies that are pollinators. Well, there are even bats that are pollinators. But the whole thing in terms of conservation and conserving bees, we just need to start doing environmental conservation. And bees will be a part of that. I mean, it's in our own interest to conserve the environment.
Well, let's help our viewers to get a better understanding. So a lot of Jamaicans culturally see bees and believe that they're going to be stung.
Yeah.
So there's this fear factor. But you said that bees are doing good work. What kind of work is the good work? And also you have to define pollinators.
All right, good. So I can understand the issue of bees being stung. Even the calm among us, when we are bothered, we try to defend ourselves. So the stinging is a defense mechanism. It's for us not just to make sure the bees don't think we are threatening them. We understand that part of it. But people have to understand the connectivity in nature. The fruits we eat, everything, is because of a male part of a flower coming together, female, and producing a new fruit. And in human beings, for the things that human beings eat, we could diversify what we eat, but what we eat right now, 80% of that requires an insect to pollinate it. Oh. And so it's very important, so when we say pollinate, it's for them to get the pollen from the male part of the plant and get it to the female so that you can produce an actual fruit. And that to us is very significant. Apart from that, just maintaining our forests. Right. And which is very important in the quality of the air we breathe and just somewhere for us to escape. If we need to, Jamaicans tend not to do a lot of that. They tend to see everything everything that's not a pretty flower is bush. And they think bush must be destroyed. But we now need to shift. Bush is a good thing. And that's why some people say, let's change the name and not call it bush, since bush has this bad thing, but just call it natural vegetation.
But
Who said bush have bad when you have bush tea and all these things?
Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, one of the first things I want to hear you on, Celine, is did you make the connection between your favorite fruits that you love to eat and bees or other pollinators? So we're going to continue this after the break. More when we come back.
Pure bulk syrup. It's just too sweet to beat. Get tiles and get creative with your floors, walls, and all the spaces in between. Our knowledgeable sales consultants are happy to help create your beautiful finish with the latest designs in first quality porcelain, wood look, vinyl, mosaics, natural stones, and countertops. At Creative, you will get every tile you need for your residential or commercial projects. Creative Building Finishes, your one-stop shop for everything tiles. Visit our showroom at 5 Red Hills Road or call 876-929-5553. Get tiles, get creative.
Jamaica's favorite drama, Your Guilty Pleasure.
All that having a baby now is going to do for you is make you a prisoner of this apartment.
Long run shot, kid.
Royal Palm Estate is on CVM every Tuesday and Sunday at 9 p.m.
Welcome back to the roundtable this morning. The topic is the buzz about bees, exploring the role of bees beyond giving us honey. All right, so Celine, the connection between that Dwight made between the fact that we don't have access to our favorite fruits, the OTE apple especially, which is in season. Did you make that link before?
I did. So fun fact, Raymond and Doctor, I was a beekeeper. Yes, I was. I went to RADA. They have lit classes, is it 3-day classes, that they tell you all about bees. Wow. And then they set you on your way to do your thing. And I bought the boxes, I have everything, the suit, the everything. I was so fascinated by it. And I wish you told us how they pollinate. So it's not just about, they pitch in the flowers, their little fuzzy bodies will, the pollen will stick to their fuzzy bodies. Yeah. And then they even have a way where it's called buzz pollination. Is it buzz pollination where they do the little dance? They shake. And then it pollinates and it does a wonderful thing. And there's so many products from the honey, not just the honey, but you have
bee bread and
all these different things that you can, bee wax and everything that you can get from bees. Yeah. So yes, I did make the connection.
I didn't see this coming. And I feel as if the public needs to see photos all over your social media and ours with you decked out as a beekeeper.
So I did feel like a failure, sir, and maybe you can help me with it. But my bees swarmed and the queen left. And I cried. I took it personal. I cried, and I realized that you can't hold winged creatures. Like, they will do what they will do. Yeah. You can only assist them in their way. They're so militant. They're so lovely. And so I kind of got rid of my stuff, but I think now I'm motivated to do it again. Yes. And my space was so small as well.
Is that you though?
Probably.
No, that's not
you.
me.
By the way, yes, big up to the plug to RADA and assisting more persons to be beekeepers. Now, Dwight, at a different level, you mentioned protecting the environment, and if you protect the environment, you protect bees. But let us talk about some of the risks and the challenges that bees and pollinators face with respect to global warming and climate change.
Yeah. All right. Well, we know, inevitably, most of the challenges they're facing, because people like to say it's global warming, that's the problem. It's human beings that are exacerbating this global warming anyway. But you look at it now as we have global warming, like when is our rainy season? We're not sure anymore.
Oh, no.
When is our hot season, etc. Just think about it. Bees have learned how to go and fetch nectar and pollen because there are certain things flowering at the same time. The time when these flowers are flowering, it has changed. Yeah. And can you just imagine how confused the bees are?
I didn't think about that.
If you have a situation where, on top of that, people are cutting things away, so when they would go, every time, I see people say, okay, we need to clean up the country, I need to clean the road, and I see how they strip away all the natural vegetation from the roadside, some things that we call weeds or bush that would flower, that bees would turn to when things change. So we're making it much more difficult for them. And probably one of the reasons why your bees left, they just could not find enough close to. So think about it. Bees will travel up to 5 kilometers to find food. Yeah. A bee that does that ain't going to be very productive. Compare that to one that only travels a couple of meters.
Yeah, not very different from that student that have to leave from top Aberdeen to go all the way down to Black River for school.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's not much different from what we do. So we have that global warming with the cycles changing and the bees having to adapt to that. And then we, on top of that, changing the ecosystem. We have the whole issue of pesticides. There's a particular type of pesticides. We have tried in working with the Pesticides Control Authority. They have pushed it out there for people not to spray when plants are flowering because bees are visiting and they will take that pesticide back to the hive. And the thing with a bee, many times, bees are such good social insects that if they know that they are poisoned, they don't go home.
Oh. That is true.
Hold on a second. If they know that they are poison, they're not going home because then they'll infect the hive. All right. So let us speak now specifically about some tips for conservation. So, because unknown to Selena as well, maybe someone next door had just fumigated their house. Or
and they decided to leave.
Or decided to use an entire can of Baygon to kill a croaking lizard. And I'm not necessarily saying that I'm not guilty of that on occasion, but let's talk about some of the strategies to reverse the situation and to make ecosystems and the environment more habitable for bees and pollinators.
Yeah. It's going to take a little bit. It needs a whole mind change, how we perceive things. The same way as you say, we perceive things, bush as bad. So I'm looking at that picture there and I'm saying lovely. Yes. But there are some people that say, the place they want to clean up.
Right. Yeah.
How do we shift it to realize that nature has been doing this and has a way of doing things, that we should try to work alongside nature and not try to change it to suit ourselves. There's so many, when you think about the thousands and millions of different species out there, and we only know a few. And sometimes we just have to admit that we don't know and allow nature to take its course. And so when we are designing spaces now, people, if somebody's going to build, what do? They say, you bring in a D10 and you drop the blade here and you clear the land. Yeah. Instead of bringing in a scientist to do an assessment or show you how to do an assessment, an ecological assessment of that area. and indicate to you what are the native things there, what are the things that support bees and other pollinators, etc. We just need to change the way
that we
do things to ensure we don't have to be living at odds with nature.
But we can't win that fight.
We will never win that fight.
Yeah.
Nobody ever wins that. People always tell me about, human beings, be careful to destroy the earth. Don't fool ourselves. We can't destroy the earth. We can push the earth to a level that it destroys us to restore itself. That's what people need to know.
Oh
What a
gosh, that's so
perspective.
heavy.
What a point of view.
You know, and I'm glad it's coming from our guests and not the usual person that always talking about environment and climate change. But it is that stark, isn't it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That it's either or, and nature finds a way to win
Always.
and to restore. You know, we humans are actually recent in terms of our occupation here. But we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to continue the buzzing about bees.
Welcome to the ZZ Lottery Draw for 8:25 a.m. Monday, May 20th, 2024. The one-drop winning number is 20. The hat-trick winning numbers are 2, 4, 4. The four-play winning numbers are 0, 8, 3, 8. The fireball is white. Thank you for playing with Izizi.
Tired of the high interest rates and the whole heap of loan payments every month? Take a debt consolidation loan from AIM to pay credit card bills and all other high interest rate loans from other institutions. Make one low monthly payment to AIM and take home some extra money in your pocket. That's financial freedom. One loan, one low payment, more money in your pocket. Call AIM today to lower your loan payment. And remember, you won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
Happening, and when we are buzzing, let you know what time it is. It's time for final thoughts, so we're going to go straight to Dwight for final thoughts.
Thank you very much. Just to mention who an entomologist is.
Yes.
All right, so an entomologist is someone who studies insects. I know viewers may be out there saying, what's this crazy fellow here talking? Why would you study insects? Insects are just, what do you call it, one of the most diverse set of organisms. And usually, when you want to know the health of an ecosystem, you look at the diversity among the insects. And I know Raymond at one time was an entomologist as well. So, yeah, good company. And generally, now there's this big buzz about citizen science.
Yeah.
And I know as an entomologist, I don't want to do it alone. We don't have to do it alone. It's to just invite you all, regardless of what profession you're in, to become a citizen scientist. I mean, your phone works very well. It helps us to determine what's happening, what populations are suffering, which ones are doing well, because when you stop seeing certain things, then we know they're not doing too well. And when you're seeing them, we know, okay, good, and you may guide us to somewhere where we need to go and see what's happening there, why is the population doing well, etc. And there are some things we want to learn because we want to teach that to you, so you can transform the space around you, make the space around you more diverse, more friendly. It should not all be concrete. Right? We need to ensure we have something natural for bees and for us to enjoy.
My final thought is just becoming conscious about these issues, about what the good doctor does here. And of course, not all bees are honey-making bees. So we only think about honey-making bees. There are the other species that do the important work of pollination and giving us all the other good things, not just honey, but all the other beautiful things. So just become conscious.
For me, my final thought is, first let me thank Dwight for coming in. And yes, I did entomology for a while, and I'm going to let you in on a secret. I didn't pursue it because I don't like roaches, right? But they too tell us important signs about the ecosystem. So my final thoughts is, show of hands on social media. How many of you want to see Celine back into the beekeeping business?
Are you serious?
Online poll all day. That's a wrap for the round table today. Please enjoy the rest of your Monday and the rest of your week, Sunrisers. As you go forward into the world, remember, be good, be on purpose, spray less pesticides, and plant more flowering plants to get more pollinators up and running. Have a great day.
I can see